The annual special is always a great opportunity to go completely crazy, to try out something absolutely new, something we've never done before, and at the same time keeping it in a certain frame that we say, okay, it's also special.
So we want to make the game state-of-the-art. We want to overhaul the old graphics, and we started with the buildings. With that, we want to introduce tribe-specific buildings, and then you can only see the buildings of the tribe you've registered with. And we wanted to change that. So basically we needed some kind of mechanic where you can see other tribes. And just seeing it is kind of boring, so we introduced the conquering mechanic so that you can also use their abilities.
So the challenging part for Path to Pandora was giving the buildings a unique look for each tribe without losing the recognizability across tribes. So for example, if you have a smithy built in a Gaul village, you still want to be able to recognize your smithy, which, especially for the New Year's server, made it very complicated and made it challenging.
While implementing the front end for Path to Pandora, one of the biggest challenges was implementing the new building images that we got. There was roughly 160 buildings our art department provided to us, and had to deal with some really old code there. And but in the end, it turned out quite nicely, and we are really happy with the results.
For marketing, especially, the hardest part was to decide whether to have a story for the special or to not have a story. Because Travian itself is not driven by a story. Players make the decisions. It's their sandbox, actually. They come into the game, they create their own stories, their own relations, their own adventures, and we basically let them. And by giving them at the beginning some kind of a story to relate to and to orientate themselves, this was one of the hardest decisions for us in marketing to make.
The gameplay extension we have that you can conquer new tribes in keeping their villages and their buildings and their possibilities, their units. I think that adds so much depth in gameplay and so much complexity what players can do. I think for our core audience and for the community, it's a very strong message and a very strong package to try that out.
I really hope that a lot of players will try out Path to Pandora. I mean, we gave so much to make it happen and also to make it visible for the players and for the gaming community outside. I mean, with those specials, we're also sending a signal. We're sending a signal outside saying, hey, we're still here. This may be a 14-year-old game, but we're still doing the cool stuff here. So I'm really looking forward that as many players as possible join, because I bet they won't regret.
So Path of Pandora for sure stands for chaos, because there will be so many new strategies which you never faced before, like even faster Tornado Thunder, even faster slow defending headwinds. So many potential possibilities. It will be chaos. I expect chaos for our players.
One account with the possibility to play multiple tribes can be so much more threatening also to its surrounding, and an alliance with, when they play the cards right and when they use the tribes they can now use in one account and therefore in one alliance, when they play it out right, it can be really like a big bash going on.